This is Tank's Vlog for June 6th, 2018, wrapping up the day in sports. Went to the Barstool office on Tuesday. As always, it's great to see the guys. It's been too long. First visit since December. Hopefully I'll be able to come by a couple more times this summer. I made an appearance on the Rundown, of course. I'm sure many of you have seen it. And of course, hopefully you've gone on from there to hear this week's Allow Me to Be Frank, where we had Robbie Fox on talking about Solo, the new Star Wars movie, and other things. And then I recount my adventures getting locked in Citi Field on Saturday night. But once again, it was great. Just wish I could do it more often. Anyway, the Mets. What can you say about this disastrous team? It's absolutely an abject, total mess. It's a disaster. It's an out-and-out disaster. Jason Vargas got off to a bad start, but settled down. He actually did not pitch a bad game. He did not pitch a bad game. But the offense, again, was pathetic. Pathetic! Alex Cobb has been horrendous for the Orioles all year. They made him look like Jim Palmer tonight. 1 run on 3 hits. Yeah, Kevin Plawecki is in the lineup. Oh, God. You just knew Devin Mesoraco was going to get hurt. Because he's good. And every time the Mets have something good, it gets hurt! Now we're back to Drek, and Drecker at the catcher position. Oh, God. It's an absolute nightmare. How is this team ever 10-1? How is this team 10-1? And then they play another game against the Orioles on Wednesday. Watch, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. I have no confidence, even against the worst team in baseball, because right now the Mets are the worst team in baseball. I don't care what the records say. The Mets are the worst team in baseball. And I think everyone's now got to the point now where they see Mickey Callaway is just the wrong manager for this team. He cannot handle this. This is a total mess. It's gone off the rails. And then this weekend, it's the Yankees coming into Citi Field. Hide the women and children. Hide the women and children. Speaking of Yankees, they had just 2 big hits today. Well, they didn't have only 2 hits, but they had 9 hits altogether. But they only had 2 hits that counted. A grand slam by Miguel Andujar and a 3-run homer by Aaron Hicks. CC Sabathia earned the win as the Yankees beat the Blue Jays 7-2. However, the Red Sox kept pace, got a great start from Stephen Wright. Now, is it me, or is every time I hear the name Stephen Wright, I think of that old comedian that actually was a Boston fan? He actually wore a Red Sox hat on the stage, and he talked like this with the messed up hair. My life is so miserable, I'm going to kill myself. So seeing Stephen Wright pitching for the Red Sox always reminds me of this guy. And great start tonight. He's pitching well so far this year. As the Red Sox clobbered the Tigers 6-0, and J.D. Martinez hit his 20th home run for the season. Cleveland Indians beat the Brewers 3-2 in interleague action. It was the Dodgers 5-0 winners over the Pirates. The Nationals doubled up the Rays 4-2 as Max Scherzer had 13 strikeouts. His ERA is 1.95. He's 10-1, and he had an immaculate inning. An immaculate inning, you ask? That's when you throw 9 pitches. All 9 are for strikes, and you strike out the side. In a doubleheader, the Twins, making up a game from Jackie Robinson Day, when number 42 beat the White Sox 4-2. That seems to be a magical number when there's a game from Jackie Robinson Day. In the nightcap, though, the White Sox came back and won 6-3. You know what story is being ignored in baseball so far this year? The Seattle Mariners. Ever since Robinson Cano got suspended, this team doesn't lose. They're 18-3 in their last 21, their best record overall in baseball, and today they clobbered Dallas Keuchel, who is just having a brutal season. 3-8 ERA, 4.13, as they beat the Astros 7-1 and now have a 2-game lead in the American League West. And the Mariners have not made the playoffs since 2001. They have the longest drought of the 4 major sports: MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL. The Phillies beat the Cubs 6-1. So that's a win for the Delaware Governor, who made the first official bet at Dover Downs, with Stu Feiner screaming in the background, "Fired up, go Stu, go." Although I heard he didn't do too well, but he'll get him next time. He'll take Monmouth Park down this week when he goes make his first bet in Jersey. We got the Rangers beating the A's 7-4. The Rockies over the Reds 9-6. It was the Mariners 7-4 winners over the Cardinals. The Angels, behind a one-hitter from Andrew Heaney, beat the Royals 1-0. The Braves clobbered the Padres 14-1, and the Diamondbacks beat the Giants 3-2 in Madison Bumgarner's first start of the season. Today's 3 stars are Andrew Heaney of the Angels, Stephen Wright of the Red Sox, and Max Scherzer of the Nationals. June 6th, 1944, D-Day. Perhaps the most important day in World War II. That's when thousands of brave men stormed the beaches of Normandy, sacrificing themselves to save the world and to finally get the big foothold in France that the Allies needed to push the Germans all the way back to Berlin. And getting that foothold, and after that we never stopped advancing. Now, one of the reasons I mention this, on that same day in 1944, 74 years ago, a Met legend was born. That legend, Buddy Harrelson. And sadly, Buddy Harrelson is among many people who are suffering the ravages of Alzheimer's. Member of the 69 World Series, played shortstop, had that big fight with Pete Rose in 1973 NLCS, and of course, he was the third base coach of the 86 Mets. And when Ray Knight scored the game-winning run in Game 6, it was him running right behind him, throwing his arms up in the air. So happy birthday, buddy, at the age of 74. And we take a look back to 1978 Major League Draft, where the Braves chose Golden Spikes winner. This is the first year. The Golden Spikes is the award given out to the best amateur baseball player. It was the first year the Golden Spikes was given out, and the award was given out to Bob Horner, who just 10 days after the draft and a week after playing in the College World Series made his Major League debut. Hit a home run off Burt Blyleven and ended up winning Rookie of the Year in 1978. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports, at Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.